Good day, I am Vincent John Espinella, and today I'm going to be presenting the our business plan, which is entitled "A Taste of JoVin's Bistro," which specifically based the name of me and for my partner. So our executive summary is uh, say hello to our JoVin's Bistro, a bistro that caters and serves locals and employees with reasonably priced, mouth-watering dishes that will ensure had left an awe impression on your appetite. By providing a distinctive combination of Filipino-French made cuisine through the use of French techniques, exceptional service, and appealing atmosphere, we hope to become the go-to spots for locals, employees, and families and tourists alike. As you all know, in the fiercely competitive restaurant industry, our dedication to sustainable development, reasonably affordable menu prices, and homegrown locally sourced ingredients will distinguish us apart from other competitors. So we have researchers research based from the vlogs of the different studies upon what is bistro is all about. So according to Opmeno 2022, bistros typically offer a small selection of relatively affordable dishes that are prepared with seasonal fresh ingredients, quality not quantity. So the main concern of bistros has frequently have relaxed atmosphere, simple decor, and little seating. The focus is on creating a cozy environment where people can enjoy delicious food and engaging conversation. So another research that we come up to is the definition of bistros according to the culinarydebunking.com 2023. They said that a well-known bistros are well known for their welcoming environments, traditional cuisine that often has a French influences, close ties to the neighborhood, and comfortable settings. Expect a laid back and relaxed atmosphere. The ideal bistro restaurant has a cozy atmosphere, attentive services, and mouth-watering food. Also, it is the ideal location for a laid-back dinner for two or night out with friends. So you ought to feel comfortable sitting down and staying while you visit a bistro restaurant. So, the summary of uh, our taste of JoVin's Bistro, which is a full-service cafe and restaurant located in the Bougainvillea Street, Barangay Ubalde, Agdao, Davao City, Philippines. The bistro offers a wide selection of reasonably affordable priced foods, beverages, coffees, and snacks that is influenced by a combination of Filipino and French cooking methods, but is based on what is the standards, which is tried and true recipes. A taste of JoVin's Bistro had dessert bar, live performers, and trivia nights. So our mission is to make a bistro restaurant a catalyst in the area that offers relatively affordable, delightful meals to locals and employees, guaranteeing a now impression to their appetite. Also, where people can be more connected, relaxed, and enjoy their time by providing service, quality standards, and suiting environment. And also, our vision is to become one of the known bistro in the region in just 5 years for providing reasonably affordable price meals, quality service, and soothing environment. Also, using a locally organic ingredients to our dishes, which ensures the health and safety of our lovely customers and patrons as well to be sustainable in the long run. Goals and objectives is to be the leading Filipino-French style bistro in the Davao City, to provide a quality service and reasonably affordable priced high quality food, to sustain production and resources through using the sustainable poultry and agriculture approach, and lastly to obtain the prime cost ranging in 65 to 55%. So as we all know, that is the prime cost range, the average prime cost ratio in the restaurant industry is basically 65 to 50%, but we chose to 65 to 55% as we all know that below 50% is the cost of this is it can endanger the production and the cost of labor in your production in your restaurant.
Good day, I am Jonna Angeline Serrano and I am going to discuss the company overview. So, JoVin's Bistro will be located at Bougainvillea Street, Barangay Obalde, Agdao, Davao City, Philippines. The restaurant will be wholly owned and operated by Vincent Espinilla and Jonna Serrano. The restaurant will serve a mix of Filipino and French cuisines from vinegar and soy sauce based stew or adobo to beef bourguignon, suman malagkit rice cake, lattes, and many more. A classy fare in an upscale atmosphere, serving our signature recipes. The bistro will be open 6 days a week with hours as follows. So from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to Friday is 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And in Saturdays, we will be open from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. So, proceeding to ownership, Vincent and Jonah will own the bistro through partnership. Vince started working at the age of 18 and worked his way through college as a waiter and bartender. Following graduation, he worked for a regional restaurant chain and an independent fine dining establishment. He held the post of assistant manager and later general manager in these enterprises. Jonah graduated with cum laude from the University of Mindanao's Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Following college, she worked for a local chain restaurant and later for a five-star hotel in Coronadal City, South Cotabato. Jonah worked as the restaurant manager. We will rely on family to fill in when needed until we get off the ground and earning a profit due to the significant turnover of support for beginning restaurants. And moving on to legal form. Vincent and Jonah will be the sole owners and operators of JoVin's Bistro, which will be constituted as a general partnership. JoVin's Bistro is a recognized commercial property in the area of Davao City, Philippines. Startup summary, the bistro restaurant will cost 260,000 pesos to open. The majority of the costs are in the form of furniture, fittings, and equipment totaling 95,000 pesos contributed to the required startup assets. The location requires some build-out and remodeling of 165,000 pesos, contributed to the required startup expenses, which will take around 30 days to accomplish. Both parties will subcontract the task. The proprietors will finance the 100,000 pesos startup costs, which would also be covered by a bank loan of 160,000 pesos. The owner's cash are derived mostly from their current catering business and a combination of liquid assets and marketable securities. Now, proceeding to the operations plan. JoVin's Bistro will be open for lunch and dinner 6 days a week, necessitating various shifts. The schedules will be written by Vincent. It will be constructed in such a way that it is possible to raise or reduce hourly labor based on sales volume in order to maintain constant labor cost control. Proper labeling and rotation processes, together with enough storage facilities, will guarantee that high-quality prepared food is readily available during business hours. During off-peak business hours, replenishment and continuing preparation will continue. Jonah will be in charge of acquiring, receiving, and storing enough inventory to satisfy production and expectations. Ordering patterns will be staggered, with perishable items ordered numerous times each week to maintain freshness. Standard grocery and supply orders will be placed on less frequent basis based on a set timetable and storage capacity. Mr. Ano will use operational checklists to ensure that each work shift is properly prepared and that operational standards are followed before, during, and after shifts. To meet fluctuating customer traffic and peak meal hours, the Bistro restaurant layout, including the dining room, kitchen, and service line, has been built for efficiency and flexibility. Upon arrival, customers will be greeted by a staff and asked for their preferred seat. Drink orders will be accepted, and when the customer's order is taken, it is automatically printed to a requisition printer in the kitchen area. The assigned cook will use the printed ticket to track orders and will set the food under the heating lights until it is finished. The kitchen preparation line is meant to be run by a minimum of one line cook and a maximum of two cooks. This architecture enables line manning to be modified in response to business volume. Cleanup shall be part of all shift changes for all employees. The menu. JoVin's Bistro serves a combination of Filipino and French cuisine. Apart from good ambience and affordable price foods and beverages, we make sure that customer satisfaction will be met. Showcasing our menu, here are our signature dishes.
So here are annual sales forecast. So our forecast in year one about the food and beverage revenues is the 485,722 pesos. Also in year two, we forecasted is 510,008 pesos. And year three is we forecasted it in 534,294 pesos. So our additional revenues in year one is just 0 pesos because we we can in year one we cannot cater first because we focuses on the production and the business itself, which is in the restaurant only. But in year two, we anticipated and forecast 82,607 pesos came from the catering services from events and other uh, other catering services that we offered. And also in year three, we anticipated that we can get an additional revenues of 86,737 pesos. So the total sales of year one is 485,722 pesos. In year two, 592,615, which is being plus in 500,008 pesos plus 82,607 pesos, which is equals to 592,615. Also in year 3, we anticipated the total sales of 534,294 plus 86,737 pesos is equals to 621,031 pesos. So in terms of controllable cost, we anticipated or forecast the cost of goods sold in year 1 as at 267,000 pesos 709, and year 2 281,094 pesos and 45 cents, and the year 3 294,480 pesos. Also the payroll, or which is the as we call the benefits of the our employee, which is the like insurances and other stuff. We anticipated it in year one as 156,109 pesos. In year two, we anticipated 163,914 pesos and 45 cents. And lastly, year three, we anticipated 171,720 pesos. So the total prime cost of year one is if you see in the figure the table, where did we get the 423,818 pesos? So we get this from 423,818 pesos from the total of adding the cost of goods sold and payroll, which is the 267,709 pesos and 156,109 pesos. So in year 2, we add the 281,094 pesos and 45 cents and 163,914 pesos and 45 cents is equals to 445,009 pesos. And also in year 3, we add the 294,480 amount of cost of goods sold plus 171,720 from the payroll, which is totaled in 466,200 pesos in figures. And lastly is the controllable profit, which is the profit from subtracting the total sales and the total prime cost. So in year one, we subtract the 485,722 pesos to 423,880, which is resulted the 61,904. In year two, we subtracted the 592,615 pesos into 445,009 pesos, which is resulted the 147,606 pesos. And lastly, the year 3, we subtracted the total sales of in year 3 621,031 pesos, and the total prime cost of the year 3 is the 466,200, which is resulted in total of 154,831 pesos.
Now moving on to the suppliers, we have created contacts with competent suppliers as a result of our years of expertise combined with our current catering business. These providers may give competitively cost items that are delivered on time. For our future services, JoVin's Bistro intends to offer catering services for family reunions, birthdays, special parties, seminars, and other events in the future. This might account for a sizable chunk of overall sales. We are aiming for year 2, at which point a sales representative or director will be employed to directly sell the items for daily delivery or catered events. Moving on to our market analysis. Our market overview, local dining scene. Davao has a vibrant and diverse dining scene, catering to various tastes and preferences. This diverse landscape presents both opportunities and competition. In tourism, Davao City attracts tourists throughout the year, especially due to its natural and urban attractions and rich cultural diversity. Tourists often seek local culinary experiences, creating potential customers for our bistro. Our target market. Locals. Our primary customer base includes Davao City residents who appreciate reasonably priced, locally influenced cuisine with a touch of French cooking methods. Next is employees. Due to large bustling customers' proximity in SM Lanang, tall building establishments owned by a call center business or agency, construction of condos around the area and being located in an area with many employees. Barangay Obalde, which is the nearest among these busiest establishments, we can attract them for their brunch and lunch and after work. Customers including like call centers, professional and office workers. Families, of course. Seeking a cozy and family-friendly dining atmosphere can also be a significant customer segment. And lastly is the tourists, catered to tourists looking for authentic Filipino flavors and a memorable dining experience. Now moving on to competitor analysis. Our direct competitors. Identify and analyze nearby restaurants and cafes offering similar cuisines or targeting similar customer segments. Indirect competitors. Consider fast food chains, food delivery services, and other dining options that might indirectly compete for your customers' budget and time. Next is marketing and promotion. Branding. We will use branding to create a strong brand identity that reflects the fusion of Filipino and French cuisine and highlights our commitment to sustainability. Of course, online presence. Utilize social media, a website, and online marketing through social media influencer partnerships to reach locals, employees, and tourists. Partnership, of course, to collaborate with local tourism agencies and hotels to attract potential customers, tourists, and promote special events. Next is promotion. A mix of face-to-face and online marketing strategies will be employed, including posters, flyers, local radio commercials, in-store visits, and product sampling taste. Lastly is promotional pricing. We can use sales promotion for us to attract and retain customer loyalty, including such giving out coupons or vouchers, flash sales, etc. Moving on to our SWOT analysis, our strengths. The access road in Barangay Obalde, which serves as a shortcut to SM Lani, provides quick access to this great location. And we have an outstanding employees who have a can-do attitude. And due to his experience in the catering business, the owners has already developed a clientele and chosen reliable suppliers and connections. And compared to other larger restaurant and other business food service competitors, we believe that because of our small and evenly average size, we can provide amazing quality by hand selecting our market specials. And the same idea applies to our staffing needs by carefully choosing our employees. We'll work to provide service that unmatched by our bigger competitors. Now our weaknesses. Seeking and retaining skilled employees, tight margins will leave much room for error, might having difficulty related to lack of parking spaces due to the residential area and constricted road traffic. And you can also experience potential high costs if inflation happens. Now, if opportunities. Little entry barriers right away enable business opportunities and provide more event and catering services. Lastly is the threats. Government regulation changes, such as those governing restaurant operations and labor protections at the national level and local regulations governing health, sanitary conditions, safety, and fire, increasing operating costs, increasing maintaining sales volume, newly opened convenience stores and quick service restaurants, customers who think meals prepared at home are healthier than those served in restaurants, and that's all.
So implementation. So we apply the unique selling proposition or USP. Uh, Distinctive fusion cuisine. Our fusion of Filipino and French cooking method set us apart and offers unique dining experience. Also, what we set us apart from other is the affordability. Reasonably priced dishes make our bistro accessible to a wide range of customers. Also, the local sourcing or our commitment to locally sourced ingredients align with the trend of sustainability and supports the community. Entertainment. Also, aside from others, we offer a dessert bar, live performers, and trivia nights. Adds to the appeal and differentiates you from other restaurants. The positioning and legality. The location of our business is in the Bougainvillea Street, Barangay Obalde. We evaluate foot traffic, accessibility, and visibility at our chosen location to ensure it attracts our target audience and market. Regulatory compliance, licensing. Ensure compliance with the local health and safety regulations, business licensing, and food service permits. And also financial projection. The startup cost. Confirm that our startup cost of 260 pesos covers initial expenses like equipment, furnishings, and inventory. So the growth potential. So we assess our growth potential in based on the customer feedback, which is the continuously gather and analyze customer feedback to improve our menu and quality service. Expansion. If we can be successful in the future, then why not we expand our business? Consider expansion options such as opening additional branches in different parts of Davao City or nearby cities. The team summary, organizational structure. The taste of JoVin's Bistro anticipates the hiring of 18 employees. To sum it up, uh, we anticipate the hiring of a bookkeeper, an executive chef, a restaurant manager, a server or a cashier, three for the cooks, a head waiter, three for the assistant cooks, three for the waiter and waitresses, and two for the dishwashers and the two for the buzzers. With a total of 18 employees, the owner will choose or the owners will choose each staff collectively. They've incorporated a successful interviewing procedure that's been created to fill each position at the bistro with highly skilled and qualified candidates. A predetermined set of criteria created for each position will be used to assess and evaluate applicants. Background checking will be used for the specific positions where referrals will always be the main focus of recruiting processes. This is our organizational chart of our taste of JoVin's Bistro. As we can see, it is above the bistro restaurant owners, the bookkeeper, the executive chef, restaurant manager. Then under in the bookkeeper is the server cashier. Under for the executive chef is the cooks. Then under for the cooks is the assistant cooks and dishwashers. The restaurant manager, which is under the restaurant manager is the head waiter. Then under the head waiter is the waiter and waitresses and the buzzers. So owners they are responsible for the daily operations of the bistro. They assist with the day-to-day operations, managing financial affairs and marketing and more. Also, the bookkeeper is the one who in charge of the overseeing and controlling the budget and finances of the bistro. The executive chef is the one who is in charge of overseeing all the aspects of the kitchen, including dish preparation, hiring, and supervising the kitchen staff and inventory control. While the restaurant manager is the one who makes sure that the bistro, aside from the owners, operate effectively and efficiently. Also, the server cashier, the one who is in charge of scanning items, itemize total customer purchases, then enter orders on a cash register or in a computerized device using a POS or the point of sale system. Also, the head waiter is the one who more experienced members of the food service team in our bistro who in charge of supervising junior staff, assessing customer satisfaction, promoting special menu items, and supervising waiters. Also, the cooks are responsible of cooking plans, preparation, and cooked food items in order to provide customers with the best possible service and dining experience. And also, the assistant cooks are responsible for making sure that the kitchen is clean and organized and helps cooks prepare cooks prepare and arrange food. Also, the assistant cooks have to keep the kitchen area clean, regularly restocking items or ingredients. The waiters or the waitresses, they are responsible for delivering the best cooking service to guarantee satisfaction. And lastly, the dishwashers, they are responsible for performing some janitorial and kitchen-related duties such as the washing dishes, cleaning appliances, emptying trash bins, and mopping floors. Lastly, the buzzer, they are the one who in charge of ensuring tidy and enjoyable dining experience in our bistro. So these are our budget labor forecast cost. As you can see, the personnel position, the bistro owners, bookkeeper, executive chef, restaurant manager, server, cashier, head waiter, cooks, assistant cooks, waiter, waitresses, dishwashers, and buzzers. So as you can see in the screen, they have an average of uh, different average of figures in this in the table. Also, the number of staff is presented there. The hours work and also the labor cost or their uh, cost per day in a day.
Now moving on to gaps needed to fulfill in the team. For the time being, the owners of the A Taste of JoVin's Bistro by Jana and Vincent will fill in most of the management gaps or unfilled positions. We intend to eventually hire a marketing director, a sales director, and a kitchen manager in the near future. The owners of A Taste of JoVin's Bistro will also buy a POS or point of sale system, which makes it easier for the kitchen and wait staff to communicate, to fill the gaps in payroll, inventory control, and accounting systems. Direct orders from the computer are sent to the kitchen printer. A restaurant POS system's ability to track data includes everything from food consumption to the most well-liked menu items. The POS system serves a time clock and can assist the payroll with payroll preparation, saving money in the bookkeeping division. A POS system can organize sales tax and profit and loss statements in addition to handling a day-to-day restaurant operations.
So here's our financial plan. The startup cost. Both the owners will make a contribution of 100,000 pesos toward the 260,000 total startup costs, and the remaining 160,000 will be covered by a proposal bank loan. The cost will include the kitchen tool, machine and equipment, interior decor and lighting, leasehold upgrades, licensing requirements, and marketing promotion and advertisement. So here's our startup sales forecast cost. So as you can see, the amount of the owner's contribution, the 100,000 pesos, and the bank loan, which is 160,000 pesos, in a total of 260,000 pesos, which is the required startup cost in our business. And also, if we evaluate or piece by piece it, the required startup expenses is can be in a figure of 165,000 pesos, and the required startup assets is the 95,000 pesos, which will be in total of 260,000 pesos. So our operating revenue prediction is the sales of food beverages and snacks, special parties, gatherings, seminars and meetings, and caterings will all result in revenue. So in our profitability, we're expecting to achieve a profitability in not less than 6 months prior to the opening of this restaurant, with a 5% annual increase in revenues when anticipated 3% increase annually for inflation period. So the we come out of an idea of a 5% only 5% increase of annual revenue is because in a bistro type of restaurant we will it is very hard in year one to come up or to attract customers because of the small size or average size of a bistro restaurant. But as months goes by and the proper marketing and strategy and proper quality service and production of our service, we can assure that in not less than 6 months we can be get our target or the profitability of 5% annual increase in year 1, year 2, year 3, and evenly we can provide and increase the satisfaction and the service that our guests needed.
Now for our recommendation. In order for us to be marketable, stay competitive and profitable throughout the business, we need to be flexible, consistent, productive, and service oriented. We need to understand that the presence of dedication, quality service, and quality product is a must. Our bistro, a taste of JoVin's Bistro, can provide for customers like employees, professionals, families, couples, office workers, locals, and tourists a unique dining experience that combines the quality and affordability. We have trust and faith in our capabilities to establish ourselves as a go-to spot bistro restaurant in the thriving city of Davao. Appealing Filipino menus with a mix of French cooking methods, locally sourced resources, alluring ambience, and a strong commitment to quality, affordability, and sustainability are the factors which makes us separate compared to other bistros. This business plan of ours is the only basis and starting point of how we plan or assess specific goals and objectives for establishing a business like a bistro. The further ensure to further ensure that this business will be feasible or viable in order to be successful, we think about sincerely asking and consulting an advice and recommendations from our financial experts or business professionals regarding to our business plan idea. And that would be all. Thank you.